Hello, welcome to today's lesson of 3D drawing for your model railway. In today's lesson I'm going to add, I think there's one small detail left to add on to the runner wagon, and then we're going to be starting to set things up and move a couple of things, change a couple of things so that we can start to look at drawing the jib. So if we start with this small addition to the runner wagon, just up here there's a tiny little plate that the end of the jib sits on. I'm just going to draw that quite simply, making sure the runner wagon's turned on with the radio button, looking on this top surface, and then we're going to draw it. I don't know if there's actually, no, it's not on the sketch. So we're going to find the midpoint between these two, and then we're just going to draw, if we use a center point rectangle, something this sort of shape. Go with 4.5 millimeters by 2.5 millimeters, and then we'll define its position. Just extrude this up slightly. I think I'm going to go about 0.3, I think. So that's nice and simple little addition there. Okay, so now next thing we're looking at doing is, I'll say, setting things up for the jib. Now this here that we've drawn, this circle, is the mounting point of the jib. If we look at the plan, you can see where it's pretty much in line there. Underneath the body we've got like a slung down section here. Okay, and then obviously the jib runs across, and there's a little lug that sits in this like a catcher here that we've drawn. Now the issue that we've got, and the issue with obviously the comparison between real life and modelling, is in real life these buffers are touching, which is where the plan is and how the jib's designed to sit. But obviously when we're going to look at modelling, we're going around much sharper corners. We've got different types of couplings that we need to accommodate, so we're going to have to split these wagons apart and give ourselves a little bit of room between the two wagons, which unfortunately is a bit of a pain, but it's going to mean that we're going to have to extend the length of our jib, so it's not going to be a scale length to the actual model. So we're going to have an extra bit in this middle part here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the runner up by 5 millimeters. So I'm going to select all of the bodies within the runner component. That one. Okay. Let's edit this one before we do that. That should have been joined there. Okay, so we're going to select all of these components, and then we're going to right click and then move. I'm going to move them up. I think that we're going to need about 5 mil separation, unfortunately, just so that we can have the swing to go around corners. And then obviously that's going to mean the jib's going to be 5 mil longer. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is going to draw these two bits on the bottom of the main cab body here. So let's select the crane body, and then we'll draw them. Let me just tell you what I'm thinking with the jib as well. I'm actually thinking of not affixing it to the body here and not affixing it to the runner. Have it sort of floated so that as these two wagons compress and separate, it's not going to be putting the pressure through the pin that's holding them here, and it actually allows the jib to slide backwards and forwards within the body. And I'm just thinking of having like a little plate on the bottom here that's flush with this, and then that, as I say, that whole jib can slide in and out slightly. It's not going to be able to move further enough that it will come all the way out, although if you need to, then potentially you'd be able to take it off yourself, but it's just enough to give it that little bit of play within the whole model. Okay, so let's draw on the bottom here this like little extra bit. So I'm just going to create a sketch off of, if we look at the picture for you, I'm going to create a sketch just on the bottom of the body here. So we click the side of the body here, and we're going to use the line tool. We're going to come down 0.9 millimeters, and then I want to come up roughly where this is here. I'm going to go try and pick an angle that looks similar to what's on the drawing, about there, and then a line across there. Let's define that angle and define distance between those 2 points. Okay, and then now in real life, this is just like a little plate where it hangs down, and then it's hollow in between the frames here. But I'm actually going to, as I say, fill it all the way in so that we've got something for the jib to sit on. So yeah, make sure obviously you've got the radio button checked for the frame body, join and extrude that across, and then the jib can sit in like a little pocket here. Okay, and as I say, you've got a 5mm gap there. We're going to extend the jib by 5mm and pretty much draw it at the same angle. What I will do as well, just while we do the jib, I'm going to move this whole drawing across by 5mm. So all the angles here will be the same. We'll just have to make sure that the angle coming down across from this pivot point across to here is slightly shallower to be able to sit on top of the body there. Obviously, if you've got any comments, anything you'd like to throw out there suggestion wise, you could drill out this hole here. You could extrude that all the way through, create holes both sides. You could put a hole in the side of the jib and then create that as a pivot point if you wanted to, and that is something that potentially down the line I'm going to look at. But initially I want to have this like floating jib here, so that as the compression between the couplings will allow that to move slightly but not hopefully jump out. Okay, so everything we've done there should put us in a position now where we can draw this jib. So hopefully you've got to a similar sort of stage as what I'm at the moment. If you have, then great. If you haven't and you've got any questions, then please ask away. I'm happy to help you. In the next lesson, what we're going to do is draw that jib, get that all sorted, and then look at adding some more of the detail around from that point onwards. Please like and subscribe this video, it does make a difference, and thanks for watching.